It was a not-to-be-missed all-night party as Art All Night Made in D.C. returns to the district.
And get out the white gloves and pearls. We're taking you to the Princess Protocol.
All that and so much more coming up on this edition of We Are Washington. Welcome to We Are Washington. It was an unforgettable night in the district as artists of every kind presented their work all over the city all night long for free. The 2017 Art All Night Made in D.C. is the city's annual overnight arts festival that was presented in 6 different neighborhoods with something for everyone. And we're going to bring you the highlights.
And a program designed to bring out the inner princess in girls 5 to 10 years old steals the show at the ubiquitous Hair and Health Expo. We'll show you why so many girls and their parents love this program. All of that coming up, but first, here's the news rundown. Before becoming one of the top comedians of his generation, Dave Chappelle was a student at Duke Ellington School of the Arts in D.C., and the superstar has never forgotten his roots. The 44-year-old returned to his alma mater to give back to the school he says prepared him for the success he found later in his career. Mayor Bowser was part of the homecoming and honored Chappelle with a key to the city in recognition of the comedian's long-standing support of his hometown.
Dave Chappelle is a third-generation Washingtonian. He is a man who has made already in his young life lasting contributions to our cultural heritage and to humanity. Dave loves Washington, D.C., and we love him right back.
Right now, you guys are making your future, and this is a very important time in your life. And you guys got to be kind to each other, and you guys got to help each other get through this time so you'll be successful. And success is not just money or monetary success or stature, but success is your character. Like, you have an opportunity to make yourself into a very unique individual because you're a trained artist in whatever your discipline is.
Capital Bike Share celebrated its 7th anniversary with 8 new bike stations in Ward 7 and 8. Capital Bike Share is operated in coordination with Arlington and Fairfax counties in Virginia and Montgomery County in Maryland.
Capital Bike Share has now more than 485 stations in the region, with 264 of those stations right here in the district. And with your support, with the community support, we've increased the number of Capital Bike Share stations in Ward 7 and 8 by 25%, and that's just the beginning.
The Capital Bike Share system includes 480 self-service stations where riders can check out bikes for fares starting at $2 for a 30-minute ride. Councilmember Kenyon McDuffie is urging his ward to reclaim the community from gun violence.
Ward 5 residents, activists, and leaders gathered to raise awareness about gun violence with a nighttime walk through Edgewood, Brooklyn, and Brentwood neighborhoods. The goal of the walk was to focus the community on what McDuffie calls a culture of gun violence and encourage innovative solutions.
And we're gathered here today to reclaim our community. Yes. This problem is going to be solved by residents working with government, working with neighborhood organizations to solve this issue.
Mayor Muriel Bowser was a special guest at an ANC Ward 5 community meeting.
Our Honorable Mayor Muriel Bowser.
The mayor took questions from residents on a variety of topics from public safety to housing. The meeting was held at Elsie Whitlow Stokes Public Charter School.
Ideas that change the world. That was the theme of the 2017 Washington Ideas Forum. The 9th annual forum brings thought leaders from around the country to the nation's capital to discuss the most complex issues facing the world. The 3-day forum is a result of a partnership between the Atlantic Magazine and the Aspen Institute. Among the speakers, former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright, documentary director Ken Burns, and Mayor Muriel Bowser. It was all about the power of play at DPR's Rec Day. The D.C. Department of Parks and Recreation hosted the Free Sports and Recreation Festival to showcase all the family-friendly activities available to residents across the district.
One of the most important things we can do is make sure that our residents are healthy. So today we're showcasing everything DPR has in its inventory, from bubble soccer to football to boxing to Zumba to dance. You name it, we have it out here for everyone.
The district commemorated Deaf Awareness Day 2017 with an event at the Wilson Building. The Office of Disability Rights and the Commission on Persons with Disabilities hosted the celebration of deaf awareness, which provides a community with an opportunity to learn about deaf culture. Strengthening the district's longstanding ties with Morocco was the goal of a 4-day festival at Freedom Plaza. Morocco Days in Washington celebrates the business, media, and cultural connections between the two countries. And this year, the event was officially recognized with a council resolution.
I would like, on behalf of Mayor Bowser and our nearly 700,000 residents, to welcome you here today. And this is only the beginning of many more opportunities to come.
This resolution may be cited as the Morocco Days Recognition Resolution of 2017. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon the first date of publication in the District of Columbia Register.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Morocco Days was organized by the American Moroccan Network and the Moroccan Center of Peace and Sustainable Development.
Dynamic music and dance performances showcase DC's diverse African communities at the 8th annual DC Africa Celebration at UDC. The Mayor's Office on African Affairs held the program to commemorate African Heritage Month and celebrate the growth of African communities in the district.
It was the end of a jam-packed month-long celebration of all things creative in the district. The wrap-up of Mayor Muriel Bowser's 202 Creates initiative was marked with a closing event at the Future of Sports on H Street in Northeast.
Mayor Muriel Bowser kicked off this initiative, and we're now celebrating it a second time around. I'm ecstatic at the fact that we have all these DC creatives, and we're touching creatives in all 8 wards. And for every event, I'm seeing new faces. I was at a coffee shop the other day, and some people that I met at the coffee shop had actually connected at our kickoff event. So that's what makes me proud and what makes me feel good.
The initiative is designed to promote the district's creative economy.
All right, we have time for a quick recap of some of our news items today. First, wanted to talk about the Duke Ellington event with Dave Chappelle. You know, whether it's being there and interacting with students, being honored by the mayor and the community there, or the mural reveal at Ben's Chili Bowl recently, Dave Chappelle is always giving back. And I know that the kids, they looked like they were really inspired and excited to have him there, so that was a great event. And he is. He's just always giving back and always part of the DC community.
And it was nice when you listened to what he had to say. I mean, he really encouraged the students to appreciate what they have. Of course, Duke Ellington recently undergone an amazing transformation. So, you know, he was looking around saying you've got to appreciate your teachers and the great facility, and you can do what I've done. You can reach all the success that I've had, and, you know, you can tell that he just gets so much out of inspiring other people. So great to see that.
Absolutely. And then the 202 Creates closeout event that we were just discussing.
Yeah, such a fun event to go to, and I know a lot of residents came by to meet artists and celebrate the thriving creative economy we have. One thing I thought was interesting, that the venue for the event was Future of Sports. I'd never been there.
On H Street,
it's new,
right?
it's on H Street. Another great addition to that corridor, which is also another area that's being completely transformed.
Right.
They're going to feature virtual sports, and an interesting place, and something definitely people should check out.
Something a little different and worth checking out, right?
Yes.
Definitely, yeah. And finally, the DPR Rec Day. There was a lot that they had on display for DPR Rec Day. There's also a lot that DPR does outside of what they just had out for people to see that day. You know, a tremendous amount of programming and classes for seniors, teens, adults, many, many different people in age groups. You know, you got to go and check out the tremendous amount of things that they really do offer for residents. It's incredible.
They like to think of themselves as a fun agency, and they really are. I mean,
agree.
when you look at everything they offer, it's incredible,
Yes.
and people should really take advantage of it. And I'm determined to try out that bubble soccer. It
No,
looks
it does
like a
look
lot
like
of fun. Yes.
It looks like it would be hard to get hurt doing that.
Yes,
too,
exactly.
bubble
That's
soccer, right?
important.
Absolutely. All right, well, coming up next, residents hit the streets all night long for a celebration of DC's art scene.
And later in the show, little girls get the royal treatment with the Princess Protocol.
Welcome back to We Are Washington. It's the most creative night of the year in the district as the annual Art All Night, made in D.C., brings an eclectic mix of artists together for a free overnight arts festival.
From a silent disco, spoken word on the streetcar, music, dance, and just about anything creative you can think of, 2017's Art All Night had something for everyone. Take a look.
I don't want to be politically correct. This is a new breed of disrespect.
If I can say something dope right now, I think we all need hope right now. If you ever hurt somebody.
Yeah, it's really different. It's actually like really cool because like I really never thought that we'd be like performing on a moving bus. So it's pretty cool. Except for like when it stops a little bit, it jerks you, but that's okay.
I need to see a little more on TV.
Pretty much my only canvas.
Oh, really? You like, so this is
What I prefer skin because you can watch it move and you can watch your artwork do all types of things for you, jump around, do a pot of beret for you.
Tonight I'll be demonstrating some artwork I do. I make wire sculptures. Something that most people, they throw away. They don't really care about it. So it's nice to kind of make a use, kind of create new things out of nothing.
Welcome everybody, this is Art All Night.
The important response, and this is partially why I also recommend lying down, is just to relax.
Just enlightening our people. Check us out, man. Lionel Manor. All custom work. Peace, pasta, peace, pasta, peace, so the peace can increase. Pasta, peace, pasta, peace, pasta, peace, so the peace.
Tonight is going to be all about glam. Everything is shiny, sparkly. I just want to show, every woman that no matter what you wear, just make it your own and, you can be beautiful.
I think it's beautiful. I love all the designer wear. I like this whole setup right here, actually. I just came from the spot over in Southeast, so yeah.
So you have, that's channel 1? Channel 2?
Unruly. Are they at the park? Used to chill after dark.
I think it's great to bring everyone out and just network and have a good time.
It's wonderful. We're enjoying the evening. It's very, very special.
I'm blamed for We Are Washington.
DC really is a creative place, and you get a sense of that with Art All Night because not only is it different events and different types of art and different things that are happening, it's in neighborhoods everywhere. You know, it's in different neighborhoods
and we
across
really
the
were
district,
just
so.
scratching the surface,
Right,
what
right.
we show. And you always feel bad because there's so much. I mean, you could make, you know, entire program out of, you know, the highlights because there was just so much there and so much fun. And we did feature 2 young artists. You saw them performing on the streetcar. That was a lot of fun, and
that seems hard.
It's hard. It was, you know, because you got to have some good balance, but also great for them. They're young performers, and to have to put themselves out there in that way. I mean, it takes a lot of courage. So good for them for being a part of it and getting out there.
I know we talked about the silent disco a little bit when we did the news story last week, but Jim, watching more of it with your piece, I still is intriguing to me, the silent disco idea. Everybody seems like they're alone and by themselves, but they're all together all at once. It really is.
Yeah, it does kind of reflect where our culture is
right
now,
right?
you know, but a lot of fun, and I definitely, I think you'd like it. So next time you got to be out there.
I'm still going to give it a shot, give it a try. Yeah, absolutely. Well, coming up, a program that helps young girls find their inner princess while learning some important life lessons. Don't go away. Welcome back to We Are Washington. This year's ubiquitous Beauty, Hair, and Health Expo hosted the return of an event centered on building poise, confidence, and teaching etiquette to young girls called the Princess Protocol. It not only celebrates the girls, but throughout the process instills the recognition of inner beauty, treating others with respect, and being confident in who you are. It's just as big of a hit with the parents as it is with the little ones. This year's Princess Protocol is a show you'll be glad you didn't miss. Here it is.
What? I'm gonna be just like my mama. What?
You guys excited?
The Princess Protocol is like the golden nugget of Ubiquitous. It celebrates amazing women, and here's a celebration of those amazing babies.
So I know today you talked about etiquette. I know you talked about beauty, but it's very, very important to always realize that beauty comes within. So it's very important how you treat your friends, treat your family, and always take pride and confidence in who you are.
What kinds of things have you learned?
That when you're a princess, that you're beautiful on the inside too, but not just on the outside.
Exactly. And what kind of qualities do you have on the inside that make you beautiful?
Kindness, being obedient to your parents and other adults, sharing, and being nice to others.
Walk for us, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most successful kids, superstars, lyric heard. You'll see in the movie Real Roxanne, honey. You've seen her on Wells Fargo. You've seen her on Red Lobster. You've seen her on Pantene.
When you come here, they let you express what princesses are actually like. They have manners. They are nice. They're just awesome.
What about you? What do you like about Princess Protocol?
Well, it's because like all my friends are here and I love this place so much. My family is like everybody's here. Yeah, what she means by that, she likes that people like are. This is how our family groups up. Like this is how we all become friends. This is how a friendship is made. Yeah.
And you guys are really great sisters. I can tell you're really close.
It takes 7 seconds to make a first impression.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Chicago, from the Empire television show, this is Cookie's sister on television.
I think that Princess Protocol is awesome because it makes us like express ourselves in different ways that we never like thought of before. Things that I've learned about being in Princess Protocol is that like have confidence. Just be yourself. You don't need to be anybody else. You don't need to have all the glitz and glamour to be a princess.
Yeah, well. Y'all Y'all are so funny. Next model. Double trouble. I'm just happy to see you and me back in stride again.
Could those girls have been any cuter?
I know, and the thing is, this event is really centered on making sure that they have those things like poise and self-confidence, but it seemed like from the interviews that you conducted, they have a lot of poise and self-confidence, and they didn't really need a lot of extra help there. But obviously, an event like this is something that helps with that too, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
They seem to get a lot out of it, and clearly by talking to them, they're there already.
They are, absolutely, and it really is. It's a tremendous event to be able to celebrate girls that age and to get them thinking about those things like treating other people with respect and finding that inner beauty within themselves. So.
And what
really
I love
nice.
about it is they talk a lot about kindness, which
Yeah.
you can't talk to young people enough, and even some adults too, right?
Even some adults too, I agree. Well, that is all the time we have for today, but we do have time for one last thing. This is the sort of one last thing I really love, the one where we have video support. And this is from the 202 Creates closing event that you went and covered. And this is you riding an interesting kind of vehicle here, right? What is this, a slingshot it's called?
It's called a slingshot. I actually don't know really anything about it except that it was really fun.
Okay.
And
it looks fun.
The woman who owns the slingshot, she calls herself Queen of DC, slinging. She was lovely. She was wonderful, and she told me all about it, all of which I forgot. But there's like a whole group of them, and they go out
like
and
you're in a crew here, yeah.
Exactly, and they do a lot of little road trips, but they also do charity events.
Really?
They have a lot of fun, and it's just a great way to spend time with a group of people who all have the same interests. I don't have a lot of disposable income at this point, but maybe sometime in the future I'll be ready to purchase my slingshot.
Well, it looked like a fun and unique thing to have.
It was
the
great.
202 Creates closeout event for sure, right?
Very nice.
All right, well, that is all the time that we have today, but we'd like to remind you that we have shows on our YouTube page, Entertain DC, as well as the rest of the programs here at DCN, so please check it out. Go on YouTube and search Entertain DC. Also listen to our show and plenty of other programming that we have on DC Radio 96.3 HD4. Check us out there.
See you next time.